You're not talking.
All right, everybody? Okay, this time we will come back into public session. There's nothing to report out of closed session. Agenda item 6, hearing of the public. Is there any member of the public that wishes to address the board on any matter not on the agenda? If so, please come forward. Okay, seeing none, we'll go on to agenda item 7, presentations. A, Los Baños campus update.
Good afternoon, board.
Good afternoon.
I think this is on, but okay, perfect. All right, so we'll get right into it. We'll get into an update for instruction, so we can go to that next slide. Similar to last semester when I reported that FTEs have gone up, and similar that we reported from last semester, FTS is up from that previous term, so we had even projected even lower. So from spring 23, 383, that's what we were projecting for this spring. As you can see, we've already been exceeding that at 451. And I will always put my notation that these are still pending our non-credit enrollments, and which is also largely attended in our classes. I wanted to extend yet another thank you for the newly awarded tenure of Dr. Ward. She's our full-time faculty over biology. So we were definitely very happy and share all the wonderful news with her and her family. And thank you, Trustee Gutierrez, for that wonderful picture. So if I haven't made it available, I will. If not, it's on there now. Great news, we were able to get $400,000 for a new program, a new CTE program for Las Baños. So I will be working with Dean Albano, Dean Bell Albano, her faculty, some of our partners here at the Las Baños Unified School District, and our local fire to be able to bring that program to Los Baños. And so our current start date for that program is spring of 25. We also have some really wonderful news. We are revamping, in collaboration with Dean Dawson, we're revamping our College for Kids for Los Baños. We were able to secure a donation from EECU for $2,500 earmarked specifically for our Las Baños students. So these applications will be vetted by myself and our program assistant, Ms. Vicky. And so we will be picking students to be participating in our LB College for Kids. So exciting news on that. Through my knowledge, that's our first big award that we've had. So it just makes me really, really proud. For campus engagement, we are participating in our cohort. And so we are just showing you a picture. They had us exercise. So Professor Pistoresi had us exercising in our last one. So we are tracking our food. We are making mindful decisions about what we are consuming and being better individuals. But with all jokes aside, it has been a wonderful experience. We have 29 of our both Las Baños and some of our Merced colleagues that are participating in this cohort here at Las Baños on Fridays. And so we have our next one coming up on the 19th. So we are fortunate to have that. I believe it was in the last update we mentioned that we are revamping this conversation on the LB bike pathway. One of the things that in collaboration with Caltrans and wanting to get more information is that they wanted to have our students surveyed so that we can determine whether this is still a need, what is the need, and what are some of the thoughts that our students are saying in terms of having a bike path. And so we did receive majority of the responses did come from current students, so that's really good news because it's the students that would benefit. And so 83.21% respondents were current students, 50.83%. So in my point of view, that's a little bit over half, but that's great news that they would be highly likely or very likely to use the bike path. They mentioned using the north side over it, and a lot of these students are living within 5 to 10 miles from our campus. So it's students that would actually take use of it, that even if they had a transportation, a means of transportation, some of the comments mentioned that they see their peers walking down the highway, and so they would want to support something that would benefit their peers. So even if they had a vehicle and were already secured in terms of transportation, they said that this was something that they would support. So we'll take the next steps, we'll have those conversations, we'll be taking this survey with Caltrans and our financial sponsors so that we can continue those conversations and have next steps.
Jessica?
Yes.
Can I just say, and I'll just speak on my behalf, if there's anything that I can do as board president or even as a trustee individually, I almost feel offended that we have to justify why a bike path for even one student
Yes.
safe coming to college has to go through all this.
Yeah.
So if there's anything that I can do personally, or, Chris through the board, whoever wants to join, I mean, we will
Yeah, no,
put it out
definitely.
for this on this
And I think they were really more so wanting to hear what the students are now saying. Obviously, safety is number one. I don't think there was any opposition as to not wanting it. We just want to do it the right way.
And Jessica, actually, if I recall, and Trustee Gutierrez has been in the meetings too, it's more related to they're wanting to use the data to use for justification for grants. So they thought if we could have some survey results that we can include in our grant application, it would just look strong, and the data did come back strong. Everyone at the table that we've been with has been very supportive. You probably know some of the other stories about some local decisions that were made, but the group that we're working with MCAG has been very supportive. So, but we'll keep you informed as to what progress we're making. But from what I recall, Caltrans said, look, there's some major dollars at the table now with SB1, and we want to be able to take State Bill 1 that was passed a couple, like 4 or 5 years ago now. We want to be able to take some of those dollars and reallocate them for this project. And the more data we have, the stronger case we can make for this. So.
Okay, well now I'm less offended, but still motivated.
We will take that. As you heard before, our Social Science Club now has partnered with our local Rotary. So they are the Rotaract Club. We recently had our crab feed, so our students participated in that and were able to support the crab here locally. It's a big endeavor for our community. This one makes me really proud. Thank you, Trustee Gutierrez, for agreeing to be our keynote speaker for our upcoming graduation. I know he's already practicing and working on his speech, so I look forward to hearing more the day of. All right, next slide. For community outreach, we continue to do that outreach. There's some that has already passed, some that is coming forward, so we participated in college and career fairs at all the high schools, Las Vegas High, Pacheco, and we've participated even in some of our continuation high schools. They have what they call portfolio days, so we've been there, we've been present, and made sure that our voice is known in our community. We have an upcoming West Side Job and Career Fair. It's actually this Thursday at the fairground, so we do have a couple tables at Merced College, so not only for enrollment, but all our categorical programs are also going to be present to provide resources for our community. Blue Dever Preview Day, we have that coming up. So the one for Las Baños is April 18, and we will be having our very own blaze. And so folks have come to the table and said, yes, I will be willing to put on a costume. So thank you to those that have volunteered. I don't mean to call them out, but we do have one of them in the room, so thank you. And by the person laughing, you can maybe attest to who has volunteered. But yes, thank you for volunteering. We're expecting about 300 local high school students, and we will have blaze with some stickers and passing them out for our students. We are continuously looking into getting our dual enrollment program better, more robust. We had a really successful meeting with the superintendent at the Las Vegas Unified School District. We've met with their academic peers, and so Dean Soto, I believe, has left so he can go and meet with them. Right now, we are doing a crosswalk, so what that is, if you have children or students that are taking classes at Merced Union High School District, it's literally which course is equivalent to our Merced College course. So we're doing that for Las Vegas Unified School District. We have an upcoming presentation that will be in English and Spanish in terms of communication for parents. So that is coming up in May. And then we are also looking to expand some in-person, so by using some of their own staff that they have that meet our minimum quals. So we're always looking to improve, and that is part of it. So notable projects, we have completed our exterior building signage. One that I know is coming in terms of exterior signage is our actual signage on campus. I hear we're gearing towards summer, so great news on that. We were able to secure another anatomage table for our tutoring area, so we call it the SSC here. So if you go down a couple doors, we do have a new anatomage table there that is used for biology, so human anatomy, and so interesting. In progress, we do have our child development that we are aiming to do its official open house for May 1st. The ag building, I think I have on my next slide, and our student cafe, which you saw, is in construction currently. So on that new ag building, this new ag building would be towards, if we look towards the campus, it's straight out. It's to house a classroom with 2 faculty offices, so our newly hired ag faculty would be out in this new classroom. It's a little bit hard to read, but if you look at the grayed out, that's the location. Right in front of it towards the north side is our food forest, so to kind of give you a perspective of it. And if you see the larger blowout, that's the actual classroom. So where that arrow is pointing at, that's the classroom with its sinks, right? Because it's ag, so we'll be getting soil and getting our hands dirty. So that's the reason for those sinks, the 2 offices, a custodial closet, and a restroom. So we are, we heard back from DSA. We actually got a couple comments. We've answered, and we're waiting to hear back. And yes, that is a typo. It's not accept, it's expect. So, any questions for me? All right, thank you very much.
Just excited to see all the stuff going on and all the progress that's been made in the last year or two. With, you know, every time I come on campus, it seems like something new is going on. So. Looking forward to the Child Development Center once we get it ready for the ribbon cutting. And I'm excited about speaking at graduation. I'm really shy, so it might be a short one. But we'll figure that one out. So thank you for all you do.
If Dr. Spivak could do it in 7 minutes, so can you. You got this.
I know I said this earlier, but it seems like Los Baños is on a constant upswing as far as like development. So good team, good job, good students. This is great. Thanks. Okay, agenda.